start the next session of thermodynamics. In last session we have studied about the very basic things and very basic laws which are useful to understand the thermodynamics. Now today we are going to start the thermodynamics with some deep and more interesting topics. So let's start. The relationship between heat, energy, the internal energy more specifically, and work. Now, the work can be positive or negative. Now see, positive work W or negative work W is done by the thermodynamic system when it expands. अगर expand होता है, then work done will be in positive. If it gets contracts, that means the work done will be negative under an external pressure. Now heat is the energy transferred between two objects or two parts of a system because of the temperature difference. Now here temperature difference is the most important thing for the flow of heat from one system to other. The more specifically we call as potential gradient, that means temperature gradient. Internal energy of a thermodynamic system, it is also total mechanical energy. Now internal energy of thermodynamic system is its total mechanical energy. This internal energy of a system is denoted by U. So this is about the work done, heat and the internal energy. Now one basic small example, calculate the internal energy of argon and oxygen. Now argon is a monoatomic gas and the internal energy of gas depends only on its temperature. And already we have studied about the internal energy in our last section or in our last videos, that is 3 by 2 kT. More specifically 3 by 2 kBT. In that we know it is for monoatomic gas and that is for the diatomic gas it is 5 by 2 kT. So this is the simple example. Now the thermodynamic system means what and the thermodynamic process means what. A thermodynamic system is a collection or a group of objects that can form a unit which may have ability to exchange the energy with its surrounding. So basically this object or a body is called as system and it has ability to exchange the energy with the surrounding. Now see, this is the environment, this is the surrounding. With this it can exchange the heat with the help of its boundary. Now anything that is not part of system, it is its surrounding or its environment. So besides this system, all things will be surrounding or environment. For example, water kept in a vessel is system. The vessel is its boundary and the atmosphere around it is surrounding. So this is just the simple example to understand the thermodynamic system and thermodynamic or the thermodynamics process we'll see in the next slides. This is about the thermodynamic system. Now there is the categorization of thermodynamic system. It is based on the transfer of heat or it is the actually it takes into consideration how the energy get exchanged from system to surrounding. On that manner, on that base, the thermodynamic system gets categorized into 3 different types: closed system, open system and isolated system. Now open means it is the open for the exchange of heat. Now thermodynamic system can be classified on the basis of possible transfer of heat and matter to the environment. Means in heat as well as the matter get exchanged in this process. So based on this they are classified as open thermodynamic system, closed thermodynamic system and isolated thermodynamic systems. Now An open system is a system that freely allows exchange of energy and matter with the environment. While a closed system, on the other hand, does not allow the exchange of matter, but it allows the exchange of heat or energy. An isolated system is completely sealed, isolated from its environment. There is no exchange of heat, there is no exchange of matter in this case. Now let's see one by one what is open system. For example, water boiling in a kettle is an open system. Heat escapes into the air. This exchanges the energy with the surrounding. At the same time, steam also escapes into the air. It means that matter is also exchanging, energy is also exchanging. So there is an exchange of matter with the surrounding. That means this is the open system. Now let's see about the water boiling in a boiler is a closed system. Okay. So it allows heat energy to transfer from source of heat, means from a burner to the water. But similarly, heat is also transferred to the surrounding. But the steam matter is not allowed to escape as long as the ball is kept closed. So this is about the closed system. Now let's see about the isolated system. An isolated system, one thing we need to correct over here. Actually, closed system is closed system. This is not the isolated system. So just don't consider this. Okay. Just consider here. The isolated systems are somewhat different. Okay. Now, an isolated system is completely sealed. There is no exchange of the thermos flask is the best example of isolated system because there is no exchange of matter or heat. Now see, in open system there is a heat and there is a matter. Now in this diagram you will get the idea about open system, closed system, isolated system. So isolated means there is no exchange of heat and matter. In closed system there is exchange of heat, not matter. But in open system the both heat and matter gets exchanged with the surrounding. So it is about the thermodynamic systems and their categorization. Now, when a transfer of energy takes place between a system and its environment, we observe the following conventions. When the energy is transferred to the system from its environment, it is positive. We say that the system gains energy. When the energy is transferred from the system to the environment, it means it is negative. When we say that the system loses or releases the energy. So this convention you need to understand. Now understand the change in internal energy of a system. Change in internal energy of a system can be brought about by heating the system. There are two ways of changing this internal energy. कैसे change कर सकते हैं? Either you just heat the system. Means now see, this is the container having this piston. Piston is quite actually it is tightly connected. This is not movable piston. Now see, initially this gas or this fluid or this matter is having temperature 100 degrees Celsius in the initial state. When we started heating this container, the heat supplied to the gas is now the final condition will be this gas will have a temperature of 200 degrees Celsius. Now this is the what we have done actually, we had supplied the amount of heat to raise the internal energy of system. So this is one of the method how we can change the internal energy of system. In the another way, what we can do, we will just move this piston, or just by moving this piston we can change the internal energy of system. Okay, now see how. Some work we should do on this piston. That's why now see, this piston is over here in this case. initial state. Okay, this is the distance or this is the space occupied by the gas. Okay, now work done on gas. What we have done, we have moved this piston to this position. Okay, means on this position. What we have done, we have compressed the gas. We have pushed the piston on the gas. What has done, the intermolecular force between the gases get increases because they get contract. That means there is a change in internal energy of a system. Means there are two ways, either by heating or by doing some work on piston. Now see this temperature rises over here. The temperature gets increases over here by doing some work with the help of this piston. Here in this case piston is not movable, but here in this case it is movable. A property of a system or a system variable. अब सिस्टम की कुछ अपनी अपनी प्रॉपर्टी होती है, लाइक thermodynamic variables we have studied, we need to study it over here. In last section I guess we have studied about the coordinates, like the variables pressure, volume, temperature, which gives the specification of that particular gas or which can tell us the more information about that gas. So this is the property of a system. Now it is measurable or absorbable characteristic of property of a system when the system remains in equilibrium. अगर सिस्टम इक्विलिब्रियम में है, that quantity we can measure or that characteristics we can observe. A property is also called as